Yo, what's up, guys? We are back for part 4, I believe, of my road to top 10 in Oras OU. Today we're going to be using a Sand Manaphy team made by my boy TDK. Now, I actually haven't used Manaphy much. I don't think I've ever used Manaphy really in a live, bar that Hita Fajita session where I used it for a bit. But it's a really cool Pokemon. I always love Manaphy, especially since Black and White, even though it got banned back then. But I definitely used to abuse that thing. More so the rest calm mindset, since obviously rain never went away unless another weather was present. But yeah, before we get into that, I just want to remind you guys that my Drop a Jericho t-shirts are still available up until July 1st. They do ship worldwide. But of course, there is a different price for international. International shipping costs $12.50. If you live in the US, it's $3.99. For the first item, and $2 for each additional one, and in Canada it's $9.50. So it is a bit more pricey if you do live outside of the US, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. Anyway, we're gonna look for a battle, and I'll pause it until we find one. We'll be right back. No, okay, not today. I said not today. My opponent has the 3 dogs. Sylvia, they're all just the same height, just chilling next to each other. Let's see. I don't think Manaphy will do too much this game since I don't have Energy Ball. And honestly, this can outspeed it and probably 2-hit KO. Well, he doesn't have Stealth Rock on his team. But if he had Stealth Rock, Fake Out plus High Jump Kick plus Stealth Rock, this beats it. This beats it. This can beat it, and this beats it as well. My Talonflame, though, is definitely going to be pretty key since it revenge kills and can take out / deal with his Superior, as well as his Lopunny, Sylveon, and Entei to an extent. Fears banded extreme speed, I guess. And my Lottie can potentially put in work. And Excadrill just murks this guy. Excadrill really just murks this guy. Now, I don't really want to lead off with Hippo, just in case he leads off with Suicune. Since that could be like a problem just right off the bat. So I'm actually tempted to lead off with my either my Scizor or my I think Scizor is actually the best lead, yeah, because I can U-turn out versus something that maybe I can take a hit from, but I can't necessarily beat. He actually ends up leading off with his Sylveon, so this is amazing for me. I'm actually going to go right for the Mega Evolution and hit up with a U-turn. If he wants to go out to Entei, then perfect. I can Earthquake or get up my Stealth Rock. Maybe Stealth Rock will be better just because they will be there for the majority of the match. I guess a Specs HP Fire could come out from this Sylveon, since the nature of his team leads me to believe that he is Specs as opposed to anything else. But I guess he could be a random defensive. It could be a random defensive variant, just in case. Just in case, like, you know, he's scared of dragons, which he should be, definitely. If he's Crocoon takes it on. So I'm gonna pause it till he makes a move. We're back. Okay, so we got another battle because this guy ended up timing out. Unfortunate. We're seeing some interesting teams though. A lot of interesting teams. My opponent only has really one thing for Talonflame, I would say. Especially because I don't consider his Ditto a Talonflame check, just because his Ditto is holding an item while I'm not holding an item, and I can Will-O-Wisp him. So my Excadrill also completely murks this guy, especially if I weaken Celebi a bit, which I can probably do with my Manaphy. So I'm gonna actually lead off with Manaphy, just because Manaphy can beat the majority of his team as well. Expecting him to lead off with Klefki, as he actually ends up leading off with Celebi. So what I want to do is just go right for the Tail Glow. I want to weaken this Celebi for my he Leech Seeds. Interesting. Well, he doesn't have a Shadow Ball resist bar Weavile, which he probably won't go out into. He might just go Zapdos or Klefki, which will take a hell of a lot. But I really want to weaken this Celebi for my Excadrill. So if he does choose to stay in, great. I might be able to knock him out. Really depends though, as he takes a hell of a lot from that. Ends up going for U-turn. Interesting. Leech Seed plus U-turn, pretty cool. But he is really low to the point where Iron Head will knock him out for my Excadrill. And if I get up Stealth Rock, he won't be able to switch into an Earthquake at all with this Celebi. So I was good with getting off that damage, as he brings out Ditto. And again, I'm not too worried about Ditto. I do have the Shadow Ball. I could also go for Scald if I want to. But I knew I'd survive. And I'd be able to get off my own Shadow Ball. And I am a bit bulkier than this Ditto, so it doesn't do... I mean, it does a decent amount. I'm not gonna lie. I know that my Scizor for a fact can take one. So I'm actually going to Mega Evolve and just go right for U-turn, keeping up offensive momentum. If he chooses to stay and go for Shadow Ball, so be it. He shouldn't have HP Fire because Ditto doesn't copy the hidden power unless it has that IV or those IVs. And I know that even if he isn't choiced and he just happened to, no, he shouldn't have won a speed tie. Yeah, I should have been fine right there, but unfortunately I did lose one of my main water resistances. But I'm just gonna go out into my Hippowdon right now as he brings out his Zapdos, and I can definitely threaten this thing with the Stone Edge if I want to. I also just want to bait out his Blastoise, and if Celebi wants to come back out, and that's fine because Scizor can just go right for U-turn one more time. Maybe a better play early on would have been yeah, to just go directly into my Scizor on this Celebi as opposed to tail glowing up with Manaphy. But I honestly didn't feel like I needed Manaphy for this game. I just wanted to weaken this Celebi, and I can probably just, I mean, again, I already got out the Stealth Rock, and now I can just spam U-turn as much as I want and probably drop some Dracos or bring out Excadrill, honestly, on the next switch as he ends up going for U-turn, Leech Seed right here. So he's not even going to recover that much, and I'll be able to go right for the U-turn. Even if he has like HP Fire, that shouldn't matter at all. It won't be able to knock me out. We already know he's special defensive just based on the fact that he took that +3 Shadow Ball way too well. And with Stealth Rock up, the fact that I'll be also going for my own U-turn, I'll definitely come up on top in this turn. If he wants to bring out Blastoise, great. That thing gets weakened a bit with Stealth Rock plus Sand. Goes out to Klefki. I'm going to be able to go out into my Excadrill right now and just threaten something. Honestly, he has leftovers, so I don't think he has dual screens, but I'm just gonna go for Iron Head just in case he wants to switch out into Zapdos, or he does reveal the Magnet Rise, which he does. Pretty cool. That's a great free turn for me, I would say, because I only took Life Orb damage. I don't know what you think, Chimpact, but I think that would be a free turn for me because now I can just fire off an Iron Head, and whatever wants to come in has to take an Iron Head plus an Earthquake. Ditto is also a little bit low, also take that 12% from Stealth Rock. So he actually decides to sack his Klefki. Great. That's his Draco switching. Weavile, still a threat, but Scizor just can check it. Definitely. Yeah, Scizor can definitely check it. As Blastoise ends up coming in, and this thing is a threat. I have to decide what is my play of choice because Latios is the easy switching for me. Very easy switching for me. He should know that. He should go for Dark Pulse. So I'm trying to decide what is my better play in terms of what to do. Now I could just get off immediate damage on this thing and then just drop some Dracos. And then possibly win with my Scizor actually, because Scizor can take these 3 on. Scizor can also take on Ditto. But then I would have to pressure Zapdos as well. So it's really tempted just to go for Earthquake in all honesty. Though Excadrill does deal with the majority of his team, especially when it comes out. It's also something his Ditto could copy, which could be a bit of an annoyance. So it's really more about what way do I want to win and which way is it easier to win. Because if this Blastoise goes right for the Dark Pulse, then I lose my Latios and I'll probably have to end up sending out my Excadrill anyway. So Earthquake. Yeah, honestly, I'll risk it. I hope that he goes for Rapid Spin and or Scald right here because I could just drop a Draco on this dude as he fires off that Dark Pulse. I do survive though, which is okay. I did not expect that this turn, and that means I'll be able to drop a Draco, die to Life Orb so he can't Rapid Spin, and something he has on his team is gonna die. Something. If he sends out Zapdos, amazing. Celebi, cool. As I'm able to knock out the Celebi upon switching, and great. I am very happy about that. But now that Blastoise is still going to be an issue, so I'm going to go right back out into Excadrill because if he goes back out into Blastoise, then I'd rather just be able to deal with... I'd rather just go for the Earthquake and get off some damage on him. But now Zapdos is looking like a threat, so... I'll probably save my Excadrill, that way I can get off a Rock Slide on the Zapdos. Though a Hippowdon can also deal with Zapdos to an extent, so... Yeah, I think I'm fine with just going for Earthquake, whatever. It's literally the exact same thing as I was scared about doing before. But this time he's able to knock me out with Scald, as I can now go into my Talonflame. Revenge kill him with the Acrobatics. This also keeps Weavile out, forces in Zapdos to Defog in or Thunderbolt, and I'll probably just go for the Will-O-Wisp on these Zapdos, that way I can beat it with my Hippowdon. because the Powdon can also just win, especially with the fact that he has nothing on his team left that can OHKO it. So I will go for the burn. That way I'll be able to beat it with Stone Edge plus Earthquake respectively, and then just clean up with Scizor. So I'm fine with that. Hopefully I do connect with this Will-O-Wisp. I know I should be able to outspeed because my Talonflame is faster. Though this is not priority Will-O-Wisp. We already know the Zapdos has leftovers, so hopefully I do connect with my Will-O-Wisp. As I end up connecting, he actually ends up going for the HP Ice right there, I believe, and he ends up forfeiting. I guess he realized that my Hippowdon would be able to stall him out, and then Hippo would be a copied Hippo, especially because Slack Off can easily outstall Earthquake, and then Scizor could check Weavile. So maybe he still could have won if I choked that away from there, but I don't know. But I'm pausing until we find one. Be right back. Or not. One more time. I was wrong. But we found one, and my opponent's team, Scizor is going to definitely be putting in some work this game, especially because of that Reuniclus. If I can U-turn out into Manaphy, kind of just smacks this dude. I'll probably be expecting him to lead off with his Landers, to be honest. Probably Scarf Landers plus defensive Heatran. But if it's Scarf Heatran plus defensive Landers, that's probably better for me because that means that my Talonflame can easily wear him down. So Talonflame plus Scizor, definitely Pokemon to keep alive in this game. Scizor deals with Reuniclus, and Lottie, Talonflame can just check the majority of his team. So I'm actually going to lead off with Hippo, expecting him to lead off with his Landers, because if he is, he'll be Choice Scarf. He actually ends up leading off with Altaria, so I am okay with that. We'll find out what type of Altaria he is. Right after this, I'm going to ignore Specs because that's the guy that said something in the last match. But ends up going directly into his Landorus as I'm able to get up my Stealth Rock, and what I will do is go out into my Manaphy right now and maybe just fire off a Tail Glow. Or Scald is probably better. Yeah, I think Scald is actually better than Tail Glow at this point in time. Just to do some massive damage or something. I don't want to sack my Manaphy just to get off a lot of damage, though that's something that I do tend to do, as Keldeo ends up coming out, and he knows I have Latios. Honestly, I expect either a double from him. We already saw leftovers or Icy Wind. Yeah, so I'm gonna be able to fire off another Scald, as if I get the burn right here, that'd be nice. But I am still weakening, I'm still weakening this thing's Keldeo. So I'm gonna go out into my Latios. I'm pretty sure it is Choice Scarf Heatran, just because it's defensive Lottie, but he goes for the Icy Wind, which is fine. I'll be able to survive any hit after that and just go right for the recover. So honestly, this turn just put me back at the amount that I am still at, as Heatran is going to come out. I guess it could still be Spadef, but yeah, it looks to be Choice Scarf, as I'll be able to drop a Draco on this guy. No switchings at all for Draco Meteor, and I think yeah, honestly, I don't consider Heatran when it's choice locked a switch into Draco, because it's not Spadef unless he's maybe Assault Vest. So oh my god, that did anybody I just dropped the Draco on that Altaria, gone. Oh my god, calm down. Okay, Altaria is gone. That is huge. That is huge. That is one Pokemon that's always annoying to play around. I think it's one of the best Pokemon in OU, if not the best Pokemon in OU at the moment, if that's my honest opinion. The best Mega anyway. But I'm able to get up my Sand one more time, as Keldeo is going to come out. And oh my god, that was huge. Holy crap. I expected him to switch out, but into something that could take on Heatran, like Keldeo maybe, or Lottie right there. Not Altaria. Altaria isn't. Oh my god, it just dropped. Man, if he could still put in some work. Scizor is needed. Extra drill, revenge kills. The best play is going Lottie again, even though he can definitely just go for the Icy Wind. Again, I just get to drop a Draco if he doesn't go for Icy Wind. If he does, then good. But he ends up going for Scald, and does not get the burn. So one more time, I get a free recover right here. I could also just drop a Draco at this point. But even if he goes for Icy Wind, I know I will be able to outspeed. And we're in the same situation as before. I do not care about a Scarf Heatran, and I'm going to start Calm Minding up on it. And if it's Specs, okay, cool. Because Lottie can just put in so much work right now, especially with a Calm Mind up, man. Yeah, so he has Scarf Tran as I'm able to Calm Mind up on this thing, and I'll be able just to recover off the damage right here, and Sand is going to end next turn as well, so he'll be doing crap damage to me. And Calm Mind Lottie just bops this dude, especially with Altaria gone. Like, I didn't want to say that Calm Mind Lottie could beat him because I didn't know his Heat Ran spread at team preview, obviously, because usually it's either Scarf Lando plus defensive Tran or defensive Lando plus Scarf Tran, but because it is Scarf Tran and the fact that Stealth Rock are up, and I'll be at near full HP by this, I'll be in a great position, honestly. Getting rid of Lottie as well gets rid of a mon that could potentially knock or smack me. But this is a Specs. This is essentially a Specs Life of Draco, so I'm going to drop this Draco on this Reuniclus's head. It is not going to land on the side. It is going to land right on his head, and Reuniclus is gone. Reuniclus is gone, and I still have my special defense boost, so he has nothing that can knock me out. I mean, granted, he's probably just going to U-turn out again into his Keldeo for the umpteenth time, and at this point, I'm really debating staying in just to weaken this Landorus for my Excadrill so I can just win. So I'm actually just going to drop another Draco on this dude, just because it will do about 40% to him, or even more, and it puts him in range of Excadrill's attack, as well as just weakening his Landorus. So if he has Healing Wish on Lottie, maybe now would be a chance to go for it. Goes out to Heat Ran though. Whatever move he locks himself into, I'll be able to deal with. So what I'm actually gonna do is pretty sure Manaphy could take this thing out. So I'm gonna go out to Manaphy right now and save my Lottie just for Keldeo, just in case he becomes a nuisance. As he goes for Flash Cannon. And how much is Draco gonna do to Manaphy? Let me count this. I think it does like 71, something like that. Manaphy. I know I don't have any HP because it's at 341 HP, so Draco does a lot more than I expected. Well, I could just fire off a Scald, or I can double into my Scizor right here. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to fire off a Scald because Scald can get a burn on Lottie, and the Scald damage on Lottie will be enough for where Iron Head will be able to knock him out. We already know this is not Mega Lottie because... Oh, I get the burn. Cool. We already know this is not Mega Lottie because my opponent already revealed Altaria, though I guess it could be... it could be Mega Lottie plus regular Altaria. But either way, I'm going to go out into my Hippo just to get up the sand one more time. Or get up the sand right now. And then proceed to smack him with my Excadrill. Hopefully he drops a Draco right now and it knocks me out. Unfortunately, it does not. And I guess my best play is going for Slack Off regardless of what he does, but he is able to knock me out with the next Draco as Lottie is in range of a Rapid Spin kill. So I think it's time we get a Rapid Spin kill, and getting rid of those rocks means that I will be able to clean up with either Manaphy or Talonflame, because Heat Ran has to lock himself into Fire Blast or Earth Power versus Excadrill, and the only way it can beat Talonflame is if it locks itself into Ancient Power, which my Scizor can set up on, which my Manaphy can set up on. So he has no way of dealing enough damage to my Pokemon that he'll be able to win right here. So he might just switch out for this final turn, because otherwise, if he doesn't, he loses a mon to Earthquake. Keldeo will go down to Earthquake at that range of HP. But then whatever comes out, let's say it's Heat Ran on the Iron Head, then it just took enough damage for me to the point where he's gonna go down to BPs plus what's it called? BPs plus Acrobatics respectively. So I am okay with him going out to Heat Ran right there, then bringing back out Landorus, dying to Intimidate, because that is one less fodder for me. And if he goes out to Heat Ran, I get to set up an SD. He should go out to Keldeo right here. It wouldn't make a difference. I'm not going to give him a free sub just because I saw leftovers, so he might have subs. So I'm just going to keep firing off Earthquakes right here, making sure he doesn't get that free sub. And what I can do now, just go out into... See, I could go out to Talonflame and get the secured KO, which I think is, I guess, the best play. But I wanted to drop a Draco on this dude. But yeah, Talonflame just comes out right now, and I can just click Acrobatics. Keldeo will go down. Heat Ran should be 2-hit KO'd. If not, then that is okay. And we already know Heat Ran is Choice Scarf, so I mean, it doesn't make a difference. I'll just click acrobatics. I was going to think about cycling Lottie, then going out to Manaphy, but it really doesn't make a difference at this point, as I will be able to 2-KO this Heat Ram as he locks himself in the... Oh my god, Talonflame actually survived. Bulk. Oh. I was going to say that did literally 0, but it did 99%. I don't think I can get away with that this time. But considering it's 4 times weak to it, guys, and it has 178 defense, come on. Come on. Come on, guys. Alright, but I'll be able to knock him out the next acrobatics, and that is going to be a good game. So, we're at 20 minutes, and I guess I'll pause until we find one more. We'll be right back. Alright, so we found another battle, and Scissor plus Talonflame just murked this guy. Especially if it's this. I hope this is Scarf Tram one more time, because if it is, then I'll be able to weaken it with Stealth Rock and then pressure it with Lottie. I'm actually going to lead off with my Hippowdon because I can get up the sand as quickly as possible. Get up my rocks because he does not have any form of defog, I guess. But he leads off with Celebi, which is a bit of an annoyance. I know I can take one hit and go for Stealth Rock, and honestly Hippowdon doesn't take any hits from anything. Even Metagross could have Grass Knot, so the only thing I'm fearing is like a Leaf Storm, but I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rock right here. I don't care. I'll eat up this one hit. As he ends up going for his own Stealth Rock. And honestly, just want to go for Slack Off right here just in case he has Thunder Wave. I know that doesn't recover from the Thunder Wave, but I get to see what his moveset is. And because he does have Stealth Rock, it leads to believe that his Heat Ram might actually be Choice Scarf. And maybe his Landorus is Dual Dance, so that's something to keep in mind in the back of my head. Because I don't want to get swept by that. When Manaphy comes in versus something that it can beat, I will beat it. That's I don't know how else to say that. That's what's gonna happen. So gonna go out to my Lottie right here because he did reveal Giga Drain. It's not a 2-KO on my Hippo, but I just wanted to scout what his moveset was. Stealth Rock, Giga Drain. If he does have Thunder Wave, he'll reveal it right now. But going for this Calm Mind means that I can do a hell of a lot to his Azumarill, as he does reveal the Thunder Wave. That is fine though. I am just gonna fire off a Specs, essentially a Specs Life Orb Side Shock, as whatever wants to come in is not gonna appreciate this. I don't think he can stay in with Celebi. He actually ends up going out to Metagross. I didn't expect that because I would have been able to do so much damage with Draco on this thing. So Azumarill was the Pokemon I was expecting. Scizor should be able to take this thing on no matter what it does, and the fact that Stealth Rock are up mean that if we will see what type of Heat Ram it is. But yeah, goes for Ice Punch. Do not freeze me like every single person on the ladder. Nice. And I think I can just Mega Evolve, and I know Roost is probably the better play, but I just want to keep up momentum and go right for U-turn. Because we will see what Pokemon he wants to send out versus this thing. The fact that Metagross already took some damage is also great for my Manaphy. It's great for my my Talonflame as well. I can burn it, and he'll also, well, you know, he can't really come in on Hippo at all. But Azumarill is actually his play of choice. Not too sure why, but it was interesting. Azumarill is typically not the Scizor switching. But I'm just going to go out to Hippo just to get up the sand. I guess Hippo is not typically the Azumarill switching either. But I'm able to get up my sand right now. And I don't think I can actually take... I think I'll just go for Earthquake right here in all honesty. I don't think my Scizor can actually take a Waterfall plus... I think, yeah, he was Bandit too. So unfortunately, he does flinch me right there. I would have been able to get off the Earthquake damage. And now I have to play around this thing, so... Gonna go out into my Manaphy. That really sucks that he flinched me right there. We know he's Bandit though, because I would have been able to get off the Earthquake, and he probably wouldn't have been able to come back in. But I mean, either way, I'm gonna go for Tail Glow right here. If he knocks me out with the next Waterfall, then so be it. If he chooses to switch out to Celebi, then that's good too. If the next Waterfall does not get a crit and Sam wouldn't have knocked me out, then I would have been in a good position. But oh well, things like that happen. Azumarill was just an interesting switch on my opponent's part. I don't know why he did that, but then again, I guess I just sacked my Manaphy right there. But I would be able to go right for Iron Head and pick off this Azumarill. We already know he's Choice Bandit, and he's been weakened as well. Landorus is going to come in, which I'm good with because that weakens it for my my Hippo right there. And what I can do is just go out into my Hippo. I mean, he's more than likely just going to go for U-turn right here. Because or he might be the Salak Berry variant. But he goes right for Earthquake, as I am going to go into my Excadrill right now. And I can just go for, well, I can probably just go for Rapid Spin in all honesty. I want to get rid of these rocks. Those Celebi is more than likely going to be his choice if he does choose to sack something. Predicting Iron, I'm just going to go for Rapid Spin. Getting rid of those rocks is a higher priority to me than anything else. And if Celebi comes in, I can always try and flinch it to death, as he ends up sacking his Landorus. But rocks are not on the field, which means I can now go on to my Talonflame and start clicking Acrobatics. It looks to be Mega Zam, which is good to note. Did I just get a text? Yeah, it looks to be Mega Zam. And yeah, I'm really in the back right now. I really don't know. I'm trying to figure out why he sent out a Azumarill versus Scizor. Scizor beats a Azumarill, especially if it SDs up. So, I don't know. To each their own. But Landorus is going to come back out. Not sure why, because I can just knock that thing out with the Acrobatics as well. That thing will be gone. And that's also one less turn that Landorus can come in. So, hopefully it is Scarf Tran, because if it is, then the combination of Lottie plus Scizor plus Talonflame can beat it. I don't know though. I really don't know. If he brings out Heatran, then okay, I'll be able to deal with it. Well, I guess it depends. Like if he brings out Alakazam, then I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. It's not Mega Alakazam. I don't know why I even said that. It's probably Life Orb or Focus Sash. Yeah, Alakazam ends up coming out. And again, I'm thinking it's either Life Orb or Focus Sash. So I'm going to go out into my Scizor right now and hopefully be able to take this thing on. If it is Focus Sash, I don't think it is, because the way he went out to the Intimidate Pokemon first before bringing it out, when it could have probably knocked me out. But just going to fire off a Roost. Yes. If he has HP Fire, then okay. If not, then I am back at full HP, and Heatran also took that Stealth Rock damage. It's on a Balloon. Okay, so Balloon Train, I guess, is dealt with. It really depends on what his coverage move is. I don't know. It really depends. Well, Scizor's at full HP though, and I'll be able to start SDing up, which is what I want to do with my Talonflame. As he goes for Lava Plume, so maybe he is Spadef Balloon Tran. But I'm going to be able to go right for Recover right here, as the fact that he's on a balloon. I don't understand running Spadef Tran on a balloon. Yeah, I really don't understand that, because because it just limits its recovery, honestly. And Spadef Tran's main thing is the fact that it gets recovery from leftovers, which lets it take repeated Dracos and stuff like that. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you why it's run, but I'm just going to drop a Draco right now. I know Metagross is more than likely going to want to come out, just because it does resist my hits, but I'll be able to do a decent amount, if not, hell, that is a hell of a lot, if I do say so myself. And I can just go out to my Scizor right now, and as long as he doesn't have Pursuit, I'm good. I don't think he has Pursuit, because he has Ice Punch, and Lottie can beat Heatran, it can beat Celebi, so goes for Ice Punch, and thankfully does not get the freeze. And what I can do is just U-turn on out of there, knocking out Metagross, as well as I guess popping that balloon on here. I don't really care much about that. Knocking out Metagross is probably, actually, is it smart to go for U-turn? Can I just SD up, or, well, I guess, yeah, U-turn is better anyway. I'm able to get off a bit of chip damage on that Heatran, as I'm going to go right back out into my Lottie. And one more time, I'm going to recover first and then drop a Draco on whatever wants to come out. If Metagross wants to come out, then it comes out. I don't necessarily actually need this HP, so I might just drop a Draco first anyway. As he goes for Flash Cannon. I don't know why he didn't reveal that the first time. But now this is problematic. Granted, I can still probably just set up with my Talonflame and win. But the fact that this... and he gets a Spadef drop, and I get paralyzed. Alright, well, that's a little bit annoying. Very, very frustrating, actually. Probably should just drop the Draco on this thing. There's nothing I can do about that, I guess. I'm going to lose my Latios right here. Had I got off the recover, I would have been able to drop a Draco, and then I would have been able to SD up. He went for Lava Plume, though. Again, I don't know what his his set is, so I couldn't tell you what his moveset is at all, but I know I'll be able to eat up those attacks. As long as he doesn't have, I guess, Ancient Power or something. Maybe he does. But he ends up switching out to Metagross, though, so he gives me the SD. Very interesting. And, I think I have to play off a miss, in all honesty, so I'm just going to go for the Roost here, because I need to be at enough HP to the point where I can... Alright, perfect. Where I can switch back into Stealth Rock. That's very, very crucial. So he actually ends up going for BP, I guess, as some sort of last-ditch effort type of thing, as I'm able to knock him out with the +2 acrobatics. And we already know that Heat Rain cannot touch me. It is confirmed. Alakazam, I want to know if if a Life Orb Psychic will be able to knock... I mean, I know Life Orb Psychic will be able to knock me out, but if a regular Psychic can knock me out from that percentage. So... And then I think it becomes a 50-50 versus Heat Rain if he has Earth Power or not. But I need to calc this. I'm at 253 HP. Talonflame. Whatever. Alakazam. Oh, your Revenge Killer Psychic does. Oh, it doesn't knock me out. Nice. And if he's Life Orb, I'll knock him out. So if he's Focus Sash, he doesn't knock me out. And if he's Life Orb, I'll knock him out. Yep. Nice. Nice. So I'm able to deal with this Alakazam. If he wants to switch out to Heat Rain, then he just throws away the game, because I will be able to a KO with the acrobatics, especially after the Stealth Rock damage. Alakazam goes down, and I think it comes down to whether his Heat Rain has Earth Power or not, because I have to decide whether I want to try and Roost on that thing. He actually ends up going out to Celebi though, so he gives me the free Roost. Very, very interesting play on my opponent's part. Granted, he can T-Wave me, but I don't care. Because now I'm at enough HP to where I can I'll already be able to knock this thing out with acrobatics. And I guess it comes down to if I get paralyzed a couple times versus Heat Rain. But Celebi is going to go down, and then Heat Rain is going to be able to come out. And I don't know why he went Celebi over Heat Rain. Maybe he didn't realize it'd be... Maybe he doesn't have Earth Power. And also maybe he didn't realize that it would come down to, I guess, if I roosted on a potential Earth Power. But I'm able to do a hell of a lot to that thing, as Lava Plume is going to do crap to me. And I guess I have 2 chances to knock him out. I know I'm going to get paralyzed on the first one. Oh my god, wow, I actually pulled through on the first one. Wow, that's crazy. But we are climbing the ladder, almost at 1600. And good game, dude. Let's see where we are. Let's see if we're finally in the top 500. Yes, we are. Finally in top 500, guys. We're actually in... Where am I? We're number 310. Let's see if we can make it... we're at 32 minutes. I think 32 minutes is enough. I don't want to make these too long. I'm starting to climb the ladder now, which is great. Shout out to my boy TDK. So I'm gonna end it right here. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you guys all enjoy. Feel free to leave a like if you did. Of course, check out the Drop a Draco t-shirt if you have not already. If you are planning on purchasing it, of course. I'm definitely going to be wearing it on stream when it comes to me. Just because I do face cams sometimes, guys. Feeling a bit better, so I'll probably do that. If I don't stream later... Okay, no, I'm recording this on Monday. So if I don't stream on Monday night... I'll definitely, if I did not stream on Monday night, I'll be streaming on Thursday, because this goes up Tuesday. So yeah, Thursday night. So thank you everybody for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, you know, retweeting and liking, it does help my channel grow. That's why I don't ask, but you know, it's a suggestion. Thank you, and yeah, later guys.